Hello YouTube fam, how you doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim fam. Lately I've been stressing because I had so much on my plate. And the stuff that was on my plate was so damn expensive. I was about to buy this collection. I had other things that me and my wife was about to buy. We ended up buying it, but that costed a lot. The collection would have costed way more than what we ended up buying, but it's crazy how that shit works, bro. You know, I want to talk about that a little bit. And I know I talked about buying that collection already, man, but I just got to talk about it because I got to get it out of my system. You found this shit in abandoned buildings, apartments, houses, uh, community centers, or whatever you got this stuff from. You got all these things from out of all these places. And I'm not saying that, you shouldn't be compensated. I'm not saying that I should lowball you or anything like that. I came in with a reasonable offer. The offer you gave me, I offered you 1,000 more than what you even asked for. But yet instead, you came back with a second fucking because you figured I could get more money for this. So I said, okay, I agreed to the second term. Fuck it. I agreed to the third term because I'm like, damn, I'm still winning with this. And he came back with a fourth one, and I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna walk off. At this point in time, Brian, he actually fucking around and found out. The reason why I say that, because see, when you get out here, man, people gonna lowball the shit out of you. I didn't lowball you. I offered you something that you could have just said, damn. Damn, that's what I offered you. A damn moment. One of those moments that you sit there and be like, this shit could be real for me right now. This shit could help me out of a hole that I've been in. No, but you sitting here playing with me like I'm some sort of fucking joke, bro. See, this is why I'm saying I'm a grown-ass man. That's my motto. I'm a grown whole-ass man. And you know what? I shouldn't have to put up with shit like that, man. I get so damn mad at people, man, because they be doing dumb shit. It's like, man, okay, you winning. You already winning. You already got what you asked for. You got the third damn time. And you trying to go for a fourth one. I said, fuck it at that point. My wife said, no, it's time to walk away from this shit. He doing too damn much. Because he is. And now all of a sudden you still reaching out through different phone numbers trying to get me to buy that shit off. Man, I ain't buying a damn thing. You told me right there that your ass ain't even trustworthy. You ain't even a person of your word. I done seen everything this person had that he was selling. And man, I'm going to tell you, it was the shit of legends. The fourth time that he tried to come with me, it's a different number, a little higher, but he took every damn thing out the deal. I'm like, bro, you can keep that. You can keep that shit. What am I getting out of it? You done took the Neo Geo, the Atari Jaguar with the Jaguar CD on it. You done took the Turbo Duo. You done took, what's that, the Atari Lynx. You done took the Atari 2600 switch Vader one. You done took the, what else? We took, it was something else. The Amiga CD32, the Philips CDI. I'm like, you took the Panasonic, you took damn near all the video games out of the deal. Dude, you even took a lot of the X-Men comic books out the deal. On top of that, he took the Star Wars 3/4 figures out of the deal. Dude, he took the G.I. Joe 3/4 shit out of the deal along with the USS flag. But you still thinking you gonna get top dollar on nothing. Bro, stop playing with me. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. You even took the Jordans out of the deal. And he had a lot of Jordans that was size 12, bro. I'm a size 12. Dude, I went in there trying on shoes for real. All the shit he had. I mean, he had totes. Not totes like I got. I done showed you the totes that I have. Just think of those like regular totes, like, like 3 stack deep and they wide. And I'm like, man, I'm looking at all the stuff that, he got in these. I'm looking through them, man. I'm looking through the vehicles. I'm looking through every damn thing. And I'm looking at what I could actually do with all this stuff. That day I was lining up shit with a storage unit to get the stuff there. I was renting a truck. We had the truck. We had every damn thing. And this dude fell through. But yet instead, you want to make it seem like it's my fault because now all of a sudden He said, I backed out the deal. I didn't back out the deal. You can't keep changing the deal and think somebody gonna work with you. That's what's wrong with people nowadays. See, people, they get out there and, people telling them they can get more money for it. You can sell this stuff on eBay yourself and make a lot of money. No, you can't. You can sell it on eBay, all right, but you not gonna get the money I asked. There's no fees coming from me. So if we went into this deal where you was gonna get fucking paid, and now all of a sudden you talking crazy, miss me with that shit, bro. Miss me. Man, I am so mad at that shit, bro. It would have been a truck full of shit. I'm talking about a U-Haul truck. I'm not talking about one of those little U-Haul vans and, he got a U-Haul truck. This motherfucker had the whole basement full of totes. Brought boxes, every damn thing. I was looking and I was just salivating, man. I was just like, I'm reselling this deal. This is how I look at it, because you gotta let people know I'm a reseller. I gotta make this to go in. You making this. You made this number yourself. You came to me with this number. You reached out with this number. I contacted you, but you reached back out to me with a number because you knew I wasn't about bullshit, and all of a sudden you want to come bullshit me. Now all of a sudden you telling me and you spreading little lies saying that, I backed out. Man, I ain't back out. Come on now. Make it make sense to me. We changed the deal 3 damn times. And each time you were getting more money. And dude, I don't get it. It's like you got so damn greedy that you was like, man, I could get more from somebody else. And what other people were doing was like, hey, look, I'm going to take this, this, and this. All the rest of that you can keep. Me, I'm going to buy it all from you. That way, you ain't got to sell shit. You ain't got to go on eBay and wait for 2 months for something to sell. People telling y'all stuff fly like it ain't nothing off eBay. Yeah, but you got to pay listing fees, insertion fees. You got to pay an end of sale fee. You got to pay for every damn thing. You basically giving them 50% of your damn sale, basically. Shit, if you sold something for $300, they getting damn near $140 from you. Then they don't take shipping out of what you made, bro. You sitting there like, wait, hold on. You sitting there thinking like, yeah. And each item you paying taxes on. My whole thing is like, with that bulk deal, yeah, you would have to pay taxes once if it went through Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. And like I said, I offered all 4 of those. Then I offered cash at the end, police station. And you all know why I said police station. I explained that. I don't know him. Bro, to let me know you fickled out on a deal like that. And it was his wife saying, oh, you could get more money. I know it was. You could get more money. This guy trying to cheat you. Each time that you shot me an offer, because he willing to go for it each time that you do. See, when somebody willing to go for it, you got something of value. But you taking all the good shit out and said you're going to sell it to somebody else and you could just buy the rest of it for the same price. I said, what? Oh, no, man. I said, I'm good. I'm going to leave you alone. You sell that guy the rest of that stuff, too. I said, I'm done, man. I'm going to back up. Oh, wait. Whoa, wait. Hold on. You can't back out. Bro, you done changed the deal. You done changed the whole program. You selling the shit that was the most valuable shit in the deal to someone else. Then you want me to scoop in and buy the rest? No, bro. That ain't how you do business. I'm going to let you do you. Now I see this dumb shit listed on eBay and this shit ain't even getting people to look at it. Why? Because there are a lot of people selling the same shit. Then you got to think you got to ship all this shit you got. Oh, man, I got Chasing the Wheel Warriors. I know you wanted those. Jason the what? I think it's Jason the Wheel Warriors. He had the New Adventures of He-Man. He had, what's that? The Zoids, Stariors, Voltron. Dude, he had Brave Star, Black Star. He had Masters of the Universe, the G.I. Joe 3 3/4 figures. He had Sectars, the original ones, with the puppet. The You know, the animal they rode, the puppet, you know, where you put your hand in. Dude, they had Star Wars. I said that already. What is it? And humanoids. The thing where they got the lances and they project stuff out, and visionaries, I think. Visionaries. They had Centurions. He had some of A-Team. He had everything, bro. And you know, I know a lot of y'all say, all the rest of that still seemed like a deal for that. No, it wasn't. If you took the biggest bangers out of the deal, bro, it's like it's still enough of stuff left for you to go, okay, then I said what we gonna do. And see, this is what changed the whole thing. I said, since you basically took damn near a certain amount of money out of this deal, you took half of what the value was out of the deal. Because he took some of the Nintendo 64 games, some of the GameCube games, the good shit, bro, that I was looking at. I'm like, damn, bro, what are we doing? Some of the NES stuff. He took some of the Sega Genesis stuff. He had Musha. He had, what's that thing called? It was a Sega CD that was like the, it was like the second Musha, but it was called something else. Because I had that game a couple of times. And it was the bomb, man. But I'm looking at it like, wait, you had all these. Then he had Lords of Thunder on the Sega CD. Man, then he had Street Fighter for the 3DO. He had Street Fighter for the Amiga CD, you know, 32, man. And I'm just looking at it like, man, you taking out all these good games. Samurai Showdown, Fatal Fury, bro. I'm sitting here like, I'm like, okay, you taking majority of the deal out. The USS Flag alone, bro, we know that command a nice penny. Then all those game systems, then, you know, the Star Wars 3/4 figures. I'm not talking about that new shit. I'm talking about that old shit. Then I'm talking about those 3 3/4 G.I. Joes from back in the day. You know, and I'm like, you took all of this stuff out, bro. That's the deal right there. I said, so what I'm going to do is, I'm not on offer what I was offering in the beginning. I said, well, I'm going to cut this deal not even in half. I said, I'm going to go like a quarter about what I was about to go. And he was like, that ain't fair. I said, it wasn't fair that you took all the shit out. But he's sitting there getting mad again, bro. I'm like, man, this dude been calling the whole damn week, man. And I'm like, bro, you sold the other stuff. My old man ain't sell it. Do it in the flaking out. I'm like, ain't that something? He flaked out just like you did. I said it just like that. I said, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that no more, man. I said, you played. I said, you played the whole damn time, bro. What are we doing? Ain't nobody trying to play in this damn economy with no grown-ass man. You over there, do you really want to sell this stuff or you just want attention? See, if you want attention, you can get in a group and tell people what you got. You can show it off, and people give you all the accolades and all the hype and every damn thing else you need. But for me, bro, I just can't sit there and play with somebody that's playing games, man. You running games in here and shit. With my time, my patience, you know, my money, you know, I'm over here, you know, shit, setting shit up, putting shit in motion. I got the U-Haul truck. My guy over there in the damn U-Haul truck, we got the damn storage space almost rented out because I'm thinking, I said, look, I'm going to set it up, but I said I'm not on 100%, you know, commit to it because I said I got to wait to get the stuff and see how much of it I'm getting. So, you know, the lady like, okay, shit, I could ride with you on that. She didn't say it like that, but she, you know, in so many words. I'm just giving it to you in a way that we all can just understand, man. It's just like, I was sitting there, man. I was so geeked, man. Just trust me. It's 3 months left in this year. October, November, and December. We had 3 months of shit to talk about. If not, we could have threw 2 more months on that with all this shit. We had 5 months of shit to talk about. Seriously. And this is what I talk about. It's like when you cleaning out these houses and stuff and you finding stuff. My brother used to do that. He used to find all type of stuff, man, right? And I'm looking at this cat. He found all type of stuff, man. He had shit that, man, will make your eyes water. You be in there crying wanting to get it because you like, man, maybe, you know, just maybe, we can come up with a deal. And dude, we had a deal 3 different damn times until he started taking shit out. And when I actually said, he was like, man, just still pay me the same amount and you can have this stuff. I was like, no, you done took half of the shit out. This is what I'm willing to pay for that. I said, if you had 60 totes in there, right? And you took out 30 totes and still thinking you don't get the same money and you took out the most valuable shit. That ain't the way it worked. See, you get what I mean. See, people will shoot their damn self in the foot because, see, they're not understanding that you ain't about their shit. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm not here for that. Miss me with it. I'm a whole grown-ass man. I got things that's on my plate, man, that, I got to do shit with. But, see, I'm dealing with your ass and you over here playing. I could have threw a convention with all that shit I had, bro. I'm serious. And that was one of the ideas behind the damn convention, actually listening to these cats with it. Because I was thinking to myself, I could sell some of this shit at that convention, bro. I'm serious. The stuff that I can't keep, the stuff that I can't do anything with. I'm just thinking, man, he had Knight Rider stuff, man. He had MASH stuff. He had MASH. You remember the TV show MASH? Dude, I'm just looking at this stuff. I'm like, man, come on. I'm like, is it just me? Then I seen some of the McFarlane stuff from the early 90s and stuff like that, the Spawn stuff. And I seen the Kill Bill stuff and, the Matrix stuff. Dude, I was just saying, I'm like, what the hell? What type of hoarder did you run into in these damn houses, bro? I'm like, who has all this stuff, right? And he was like, man, I had cleaned the stuff, the video games, the consoles, I cleaned them, I made sure, it wasn't any roaches or anything in them. Now, see, I ain't no lie. See, I thought about that shit too, right in the beginning, because I said, when you get in consoles, you got to be very careful. You got to make sure you know what you're getting, because you could get a whole bunch of trouble coming into your house. So I was just thinking, man, he was showing me how he meticulously cleaned shit. He was trying to sell me an Apple computer from back in the day, bro. I'm like, man, my pockets ain't like that. One of those old Apple computers, bro. I can't afford that. I knew just looking at it. No, Mr. Superman, I can't afford that. And I'm going to just call it for what it is. There's no shame in my game to say I can't afford something, bro. I could find a way to get it, but sometimes it's just not worth you getting. If you can't do nothing with it, it ain't worth it, bro. He had a whole bunch of BMX, those dyno bikes, those, you remember those bikes from the 80s with the mag rims and the trick handlebars, the mongoose bikes, or whatever they call the GTs and everything, with the funny handlebars, with the bunny hoppers on the back. Bruh, I remember buying those bikes from the flea market for like 30, 40 bucks a piece, bruh. When I was older, when I was damn near 22, I bought them at the flea market. I had like 3 of them. My nephew got one stolen, man, and I was so damn mad. But, the thing that made me think about it, man, is just living, bro. You got to live out here, man. You got to make it work for yourself, and, man, that's what I'm doing. He had a whole bunch of those bikes, man, and I was tempted on those. Shit, just to do that. He had some skateboards from back in the day. I wanted to take pictures, but my wife tapped me on the shoulder and was like, you in somebody's house. You can't be doing all that. You can't be in these people's house videotaping shit. And I thought about it. And, and he was like, I prefer you not do that because, blah, blah, blah. Privacy and, and I respect it. Dude, at the end of the day, deal fell through. He was on some bullshit. I believe truly, he found out what some of the stuff was worth, and he was seeking to get a higher deal, man. Like I tell you, sometimes when people offer you money, more than what you getting, sometimes they're not serious, man. Come to find out, the guy he was selling to fell through. The guy was a flake just like he was a flake. Now you trying to sell me this shit again, and I'm like, I'm not interested, and you getting mad? Bro, you the one who changed the deal. It's funny as hell Have people write you off, basically spit on you, then all of a sudden talk about, look, I was just playing, man. I was just playing. I don't know you. We're not friends. I never met you before this. This is business. And once you break that law of business by, doing business with somebody else with the shit that you was trying to sell me, you let me know. You're not even a good businessman. You got to be on your word. If I want to say what it was that was offered, but I can't do that here because, see, shit get real quick. It's just people on bullshit, bro. You found a whole house full of shit, bro. Not just one house. I'm talking about damn near. He said he been doing this for years, and he just want to do it now. A whole basement full of totes, bro, in his house. A whole basement. He had a big basement. Had to be 1,000 square feet down there. Nothing but totes, bro. I was thinking how I'm gonna do this. I got my boys out there. They talking about, man, Daddy, we gonna help you too. I'm sitting here thinking like we about to do this shit. I'm like, because some of them was asking, one of my kids asked, you gonna sell some of this stuff? What the hell you gonna put all this? I said, in a storage unit. Yeah, and he stopped and said, well, that do make sense if you think about it. A storage unit, yeah, you could break it down little by little and bring some of the stuff that you want to bring home. Somebody understood where I was going with this. Little by little, you bring it in. My wife knew about it. It was not like I was hiding it, but little by little, you can't bring all this shit in your house at the same damn time. How you gonna get to it? It's too damn much. It'll take up my whole damn house. We ain't doing that. Storage unit is the right place. We had a system on how we was gonna set it up. Dude, there's rules to this shit, and I had this shit on lock, but he was playing. Man, but to later, thank you for watching. Peace out.